A few weeks ago I went to Germany to shoot the 24-hour race for the Nürburgring. The idea came from DJI. They sent me some filming challenges to complete in one day using a Ronin-S and a GH5S kit that they'd let me borrow. The idea was to complete all of the challenges in just 12 hours, all by myself, using only the equipment that I could carry in my backpack. Here's what happened. The day started by familiarising myself with the kit before driving the hour and a half from the hotel to the track. I knew we wouldn't be making the return journey until the challenges were complete, so we'd have to move quickly if we wanted to get some sleep that night. We're 1.1 kilometre away, but how long is it going to take? We're going to have to account for enough time to get through this traffic, but maybe because now is the start of the day, there's lots of people and later it won't be so busy, maybe, but we don't know. We eventually did arrive at the track, but we had some preparations to make first. We got our media pass, looked at the map to plan our day, and collected our helicopter pass. With the traffic and the errands, time was ticking, so when we arrived at our first track spot, the race had already started and we were behind schedule. The first challenge was to record a jib shot, but they hadn't given me a jib, just a monopod. And there was another problem.
But it's pretty busy. There's not much space. This small monopod is going to turn into a jib.
Combining the Ronin-S with a monopod gave me a jib that was faster to set up and was flexible enough to work in such a busy environment. Challenge number 1 completed, but we had no time to waste because being late for this next challenge was not an option.
Let's go! It's hot. Okay, so we've got to go for our helicopter appointment, and we have literally 5 minutes to get there. Come on, it's a speed walk!
I'd heard that helicopters are a bit of a rough ride, so I really wasn't sure if the gimbal's motors would be strong enough to keep the camera smooth in this aerial challenge. You can see the handheld behind the scenes footage is pretty shaky, but as far as I could tell, the Ronin-S seemed to be doing just fine. Here's our aerial shot, which confirmed for me a very successful challenge number 2. Back at the track, we knocked out another challenge by filming a hyperlapse while searching for our next filming spot. We needed to get closer to the cars, but there were high fences all around the track, so I spoke to one of the marshals.
If you've got the bib, you can stay anywhere you like.
Anywhere?
This side of the outgo, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks very much.
The media bib meant we could literally walk across the track if we wanted to, since we'd signed the waiver in case of injury or death. That's convenient for filming, but slightly worrying when you see how many crashes happen over the course of the day. This time I really wanted to capture the DJI sponsored car, so I was searching for that black and white AMG. I'd been told it should come by roughly every 7 minutes. We'd already missed it once, and with the sun setting and lots more challenges left, I knew we had just one chance. And there it was.
Got it, just about, I think. So cool.
By this point, we were definitely running late, and we still had 4 more challenges to complete. The next one was to film out of a moving car, so we improvised and decided to do it on the way back to the pits. Driving at 80 kilometers an hour, there was some pretty serious wind resistance. I know it was strong because it completely messed up the audio. But the gimbal held its position, which opens up so many possibilities for future projects using vehicles for camera moves. not to mention how fast and convenient it is. Challenge 5 complete. So we're losing light by the second, and the parking guy is not letting us park in the spot. We eventually found someone who could take the car and go sweet talk the parking official, but it meant we had to be really quick to catch the time lapse.
This is what we spent most of today doing, walking to the next spot. We're going to try and get before sunset.
And here is our time lapse. We just set the start and end point on the Ronin and set it off with the app. It was starting to get late and we knew we had a long drive before we could sleep, so we stole a quick one crew interview, which was our penultimate challenge before the last big one.
So for the next challenge, we're going to try and get a 360 shot of the AMG car right as it comes into the pit stops, which we've heard happens only about once an hour. So, and we have to return these in about an hour. So hopefully it'll happen within the time period, and we managed to get one take going all the way around without getting hit by a car or without disrupting any of the craziness that happens at the pit stops, because the whole thing happens very quickly and we don't want to get in anyone's way.
Now, as soon as we arrived, I could tell that something was about to happen. And sure enough, the AMG shows up, meaning we had literally no time to prepare. I started circling the car, trying not to get in the way of tyre changes and keeping an eye out for any other cars driving down the pits, all while keeping the AMG centered in the frame. I knew this was our only chance to make the shot, so I kind of just got in the zone and somehow it worked.
Intense. I think we got it though. I think the full 360. Woo!
So, as ever, when you're restricted by time and resources, you find yourself learning and being pushed. Although I do prefer to have more time and to work with other people, I can't deny that there's a real value in the speed and flexibility of keeping things light and spontaneous. What really challenged me though was the simple stuff. Traffic and not having enough time or daylight. Those are the issues that we all have to improvise around, regardless of the scale of the project. So as always, I was grateful for the chance to practice. Plus, I'll be honest, that helicopter ride wasn't bad either. I want to thank DJI for making this whole project happen, and I'll see you next time.